My name is Sarah. I'm an 18-year-old girl, and this happened to me last summer in the middle of August. I was walking home after going to one of my friend's house to hang out and do typical things a normal girl would do for a few hours. I knew I could have just driven home, but it was only a 15-minute walk, so I decided to do the latter so I can enjoy the fresh summer air. It was around 9:30 p.m, and by this time, everyone in the neighborhood had settled in their homes for the night, leaving the street devoid of any activity. Whilst walking, I had that cliche feeling that I was being watched. I constantly looked around me to see if I was being followed, but luckily, no sign of life. I was just 3 minutes walking distance from my house when I reached an intersection. I pushed the button and waited for the light to turn green, and then I proceeded to cross the road. That's when I saw him for the first time, a fully grown man who clearly looked to be somewhere in his 40s. He came out from behind a light pole without any warning and scared the living daylights out of me. He was wearing a hoodie and baggy pants, even though it was something like 80 degrees Fahrenheit outside. "Hi there, young lady," said the man. "That's a really nice outfit you got there," in his raspy voice. His breath reeked of cigarettes. He then went on to say how attractive I was, further making me feel uncomfortable. This sort of attention from men was nothing new to me, but this man was clearly 30 years older than me at least. He offered to escort me home, but I declined. Following this, he asked if I had a boyfriend, and I lied to him and said yes. I can tell he was starting to lose his cool just by his voice. Most likely, as a desperate last-ditch effort to win me over, he cut right to the chase and straight up asked me if I wanted to go out on a date with him, and then he flashed a really hideous grin. Just about had enough of this guy. I clenched my fist, told him in his face that I'm not interested, and turned to leave, but he grabbed me by the shoulders and tried to drag me away to only God knows where. During the struggle, I saw a white van with the windows tinted and the license plate suspiciously covered in duct tape. I thought those were the final moments of my life right then and there. I tried so hard not to cry as I practically was on the verge of tears. I managed to work up the courage to fight back and kicked him as hard as I could on his shin. Believe it or not, it worked. He yelled in pain, cursing, stumbled backwards to the ground whilst clutching his shin, and thankfully he let go of me. I booked it out of there, took a slight detour route to my house just in case he decided to follow me. I dared not to look behind me the whole way back. When I got home, I didn't call the cops for some reason, nor did I tell anyone else about it. Not even my own family, probably because I was still traumatized at what had just happened. It all happened so quickly. Nowadays, I regret not telling anyone about the incident because now there's still a crazy psycho out there looking for its next victim, or even worse, trying to look for me again. From then on, whenever I walked somewhere, I always made sure I had someone with me. Never did I walk alone again, especially at night.